I got hooked on minimalism many years ago after having to move from one country to another more than a few times. Packing was such a rude awakening, realizing how much stuff I owned that didn't add much value to my life. I mean, how many pairs of white sneakers does one really need? Okay, fine, I'm probably still guilty of that. That said, I can't call myself a minimalist. I mean, I try to be one, but I can't strictly call myself one. There's just too many expectations attached to that label. For me, it's more about living with intention. It's not so much about how little you own, but how much of what you own really works for you. Nothing more, nothing less. I chose to live in a compact space in Singapore. Since I tend to move around a lot, I wanted a place that I can just easily lock up with little or no maintenance. There are many ways to live comfortably in a small space. Organization is crucial. Since storage space is limited, every single item needs to be accounted for and has to have its rightful place. This is important to keep things clean and clutter-free. Multifunctionality is also important. Where possible, things need to serve more than just one purpose. And of course, in a small space, less is more. To many people's surprise, I don't own that many clothes. I only have the very basics, which I can easily mix and match because everything goes well together. I always say that I can close my eyes and pick anything from my wardrobe and be completely happy wearing it, because they're all my favorites. And yes, I mostly wear black. Well, I do own a few colors too. And I only own one set of seasonal clothes, because come on, how many times a year do we get snow in the tropics? You'll be surprised at the things you can do in a tiny apartment if you carefully plan your space. Even a small kitchen can function just like any. It's amazing what I can whip up with the little equipment that I have. Then again, I'm no chef. I get it though, living minimally isn't for everyone, and neither am I endorsing this lifestyle. I'm simply sharing what works for me, which hopefully will inspire others to think a little bit more about what they buy or consume, or what they choose to clutter their life with. In the end, what matters is that your lifestyle aligns with your values. For me, living minimally means living lightly and with more intention, and I find that to be quite liberating.